All right, next up on the plaza is my man Bryan Shupe, the owner of Delaware Live, the founder of Mr. 302 podcast, and just a good freaking human being. What's up, Bryan?
Thank you. How are you? Good to see you this morning.
What's happening?
Good to see you.
I met Bryan. I met you maybe about 7 years ago when I first started, around about when I first started DETV. You was the mayor of Milford.
Correct, yeah.
And we were doing a turkey drive with Storm and Norman.
Yeah.
And you just love Delaware.
I do.
You love it so much. And I saw that right at the Boys and Girls Club in Milford, you were just doing so much for the community, right? And you love it so much that your wife calls you.
My wife calls me Mr. 302. So she grew up in Annapolis, Maryland, which is a huge city compared to even the state of Delaware. And we would go out and she would, people would come up to our table and start talking either politics or about our businesses. We had 2 small businesses in Milford as well. And she'd say, how do you know everybody? And I'd say, well, Delaware's like a state of neighbors. And she couldn't get through her mind how comfortable everybody was with me. So she started calling me Mr. 302. Yeah. And then for my birthday, she actually bought me the license plate that says Mr. 302 that's now in my car. So that's how we got the podcast name, Mr. 302.
Love it. And one thing I admire about you, Bryan, is, in politics right now there's so much division, right? But you're not that guy. You're the guy that's like, look, we're gonna make it work. Like you said, state of neighbors, right? And that's one thing I love about you, how you had a podcast that we was working on early with my homegirl, Sarah McBride, right? And how you guys had 2 different opinions and views on things, that you always found the common ground to work together. And I truly admire you about that.
Well, thank you. I think that's important. I mean, there's a lot of division that's going on, but I think if you look deep into the concerns, you look deep into the challenges, you can find some common ground always. And the podcast is surrounded around, we've got some big challenges here in Delaware. And, the old adage of you shouldn't talk about politics and religion, I think is hurting us.
Right.
I think those are things that we should talk about, but we should teach people, especially young people, of how to talk about those things in a way where you're not being divisive, you're not being visceral, but you're listening to other people, and you're expanding your worldview. And that doesn't mean that you have to change your values, but that means that you're expanding the way that you think, and you're expanding how you're learning. And that's really what I want to bring through Mr. 302, is to bring other ideas to the table and say, how do we come together and solve these large challenges that we have here in Delaware?
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah. So a little bit more info about Mr. 302.
Yeah.
When does it drop?
Yeah, so it drops on Thursday. Will be our first episode. We're actually going to talk. We're going to kick it off with Pastor Kenneth Wagner from United Church in Dover.
Okay.
He's going to be our first individual that we have on board, and he's going. He is my pastor. He always talks about keep God at the center of everything. So that's going to be our first podcast, and we're going to talk about culture and how culture is telling you to accept everything, to make sure that everything is okay, and he's going to talk about how it's all right to say that that's not for me.
Is it okay?
It is okay. It is okay.
Because, like you said, in the days and age that we're in right now, it's like you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings because they might cancel you. But it's okay to say no.
It's okay to say no. It's okay to say that's not for me. That's not for my family.
Right.
And there's a way to do that without being visceral. There's a way to do that without attacking. There's a way to do that to say no. That's just not for me.
Yeah.
And I think we're better as people when we don't try to be everything to everyone. When we focus on our efforts on what we're good at and what our gifts are, and we give those gifts to the community and drive ourselves the way that we need to be.
How much does community mean to you?
Oh, it's everything, and it's and my kids will tell you.
And you said that with like some passion behind it, right? That wasn't a made up, a fabricated. Yeah, it means everything. Yeah, you say your kids?
Yeah, my kids, they know it. We wake up in the morning and they're off either to one of our businesses, or they're out at down in downtown Milford, helping out at for a nonprofit, or they're out at the Boys and Girls Club in Milford. I mean, it's everything to us. I mean, it's just one big family. It really is.
Right.
And it's building those relationships and telling those stories. And that community, Delaware is its own community, and that's what we want to do is allow people to understand that we're all neighbors. We're all one big community, and we have stories to tell each other. We have stories that are generational that can help each other grow.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I freaking love it. Yeah. Because that's the same way I feel.
Yeah.
When I created DETV,
it
was like, look, we may be different, we may look different or have different politics, but there's a human in humanity, right? And let's find it, and let's use media to find it. So no, and now we can look like 10 years later, we can sit here at DETV and talk and be two different guys, but our heart is for the community.
Correct.
And speaking of heart, I think that's a perfect segue to the turkey drive this year.
Oh yeah, we're getting excited for the turkey drive. That's where we met originally, down in Milford, and I wanted to. I've got something from our family for you all for the turkey drive here today. I wanted to give you a check just to say, encourage you to say keep on moving along.
Man.
And
wow, I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
This is not no ordinary check, though. I mean, so we're feeding the Big Eye Turkey Drive. We're feeding 24,000 people this holiday season for Thanksgiving, and the Shupe family. $1,000 donation to the turkey drive. Thank you so much again.
Yeah, of course. You guys do a
Wow.
wonderful job, and it's just a small part of what we can do to help out.
I appreciate it. I appreciate
of
it.
course.
Oh, shoot, I'm going to cry. The chin's about to make me cry. Bryan about to make me cry. Last thing you need is some big black guy on TV crying right now. Bryan, look, thank you so much, brother. And tell people again, that's your camera. Tell people where they can, a little bit more. You got 30 seconds about Mr. 302.
Yeah, if you go onto YouTube, go to Mr. 302 Shupe. That's Mr. 302 SHUPE, and click subscribe. Well, we'll have our first episode on Thursday.
Love it.
Thank you.
And we need to finish our conversation because I would love to have Mr. 302 coming through DETV.
We will. We will.
I love it.
Yeah.
What's up, everyone? It's your main man, Big Eye, the talk of the town, Mr. DETVCH.com, and I'm here with my wonderful and amazing co-host,
Vincenza.
We just stopped by to tell you to be sure, if you want any information on what's going on in Wilmington and to meet some dynamic people doing some amazing and great things, be sure to watch us live on Good Morning Wilmington on Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 p.m.
Oh, Ivan, 10 a.m.
Which he said, 10 a.m.
Listen to me, that's why he has me here. But yes, tune in live, 10 a.m. Monday and Wednesday on Good Morning Wilmington.
DETVCH.com.